It's Pro Wrestling Summit, motherfucker. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. You know what we're doing today? We're doing fucking predictions about the 3 pay-per-views. There's 3 fucking pay-per-views in a course of 2 fucking days. It is so much wrestling happening, and this is mainstream wrestling, people. I'm not even talking about all the fucking indie shows that are happening. Jesus fucking Christ. But we're gonna give predictions today about what we think are gonna happen on these fucking said pay-per-views. I'm here with my man Knowledge. What's up, Knowledge?
What's going on, Tatum?
Fuck yourself.
All
okay,
right.
so
There
we're
we go.
starting off hot.
Starting off hot.
Fuck
apparently.
this guy.
All right.
That's what I'm saying.
A lot of stuff to get in an hour here. My goodness.
Well, I mean, what do you think we should start off with? I mean, the lowest card first?
Well, I mean, yeah, because we can blow through that pretty quickly.
Yeah, so what do you want to do? Worlds Collide? We'll start with
Might as
Worlds
well.
Collide. Yeah,
Makes
okay.
more sense. Yeah.
So it appears that they're going to start off Worlds Collide, which is this Sunday, which is strange.
I cannot get over the fact that main WWE pay-per-view is not going to be on Sunday, but instead be on Saturday.
It fucks me up, dude.
Yeah, it throws me off.
It fucks me up, and then I'm like, oh shit, like, I got to watch this pay-per-view tonight. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And it's not even at nighttime. It's like 1 o'clock in the afternoon on Saturday.
Very little sense. Although they are doing they did do a good job trying to build Worlds Collide here and make it out to be this
Bigger thing than what it is.
right. But you know, I mean, they had a lot of main roster talent on the last episode.
Well,
so.
dude, they're just showing up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
It's like fucking cameo appearances.
Right.
I gotta say though, man, I'm fucking pretty jazzed up for this weekend. Like, I think there's gonna be some really good wrestling this weekend, and I think that there is gonna be some things happening. Over the that we may have been talking about for quite a long time, and us as wrestling fans have been clamoring for.
Right.
I think some things are finally going to come to a head this weekend.
And even if none of that stuff happens, there's still something for everyone in all of these shows. It's amazing.
Everybody, casual fan, if you're a hardcore fucking IWC motherfucker, you should go fuck yourself. That's what you should do. Yeah, that's right. I fucking said it. Again, for the 2nd episode in a row. You should go fuck yourself. You guys cheer Liv Morgan out of the fucking building before she wins the title. Now she has the title, and you fucking people are all sitting on your hands, playing on your phones when she fucking is in the ring. You know what, dude? Stop being so fucking fickle. You remind me of some people that I know, and you're just fickle little insignificant turds. That's what you are.
It just goes to show that, you know, the IWC has no idea what it actually wants.
Nothing. It has no fucking idea what it wants. Absolutely zero, dude. They don't fucking know what they want. They want something until they get it, and then they're like, oh, I gotta move on to the next thing now.
Well, of course they gave that to us because it's easy for them to give that to us, so we have to boo it now.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. I think
the meatloaf.
Yeah. I don't think that fucking people understand like how fucking big of a deal this Liv Morgan thing is. Like, I think that they're really missing the point, and Triple H has, I think, seen enough of the experiment at this point, and I think she's probably about to fucking lose her title.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me at all.
But we'll talk about that.
We'll
Talk about that. So let's get into the fucking first match. So they're gonna do the so now all this fucking Worlds Collide shit is NXT and UK titles at the same time. So it's basically they're combining them because they're doing NXT Europe.
Yeah.
In 2023.
Which, I mean, we can go back and forth about how little sense that makes, and the fact
Well, they can't even capitalize in the UK,
Right.
but they're gonna move to fucking all of Europe.
Right.
You're better off just doing NXT Japan.
Don't get it at all. Well, I mean, hey, you know, if it's anything like, you know, the North Atlantic, well, the Atlantic title or whatever it is over at AEW,
Yeah,
then
dude,
Japan's involved with it anyway, so who cares?
Japan
is
in the Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah, Japan is just wherever you want it to be at this point. So maybe the WWE is going to stick Japan in Europe. You know, AEW
okay.
has Japan in the Atlantic. You know.
Oh no, I see exactly what the fuck's going on now. I see. They are redistributing the maps. I see. They're redistricting. They're redistricting like they do in fucking states in the United States of America. They redistrict to make sure that you vote a certain way. So that's what the WWE and AEW is doing. I was fucking unaware. See? A fucking daily dose of knowledge. I just got fucking schooled right now. WWE and AEW are now fucking making maps. They're going to be making geography maps. They're going to be selling those to schools now. That clearly is what's happening. So the All-Atlantic Championship, I hate to inform you, Tony Khan, but Japan is not in the Atlantic Ocean. I don't know if you're aware of geography, but that's how it goes. And Tony Khan, don't get it twisted, man. I like you. Like, I think that you're a fucking pretty, like... I think that you're good for the wrestling business. I honestly do. I think that you're good for the wrestling business. But at the same time, you gotta be plumb fucking dumb to fucking do that. And why do you have 96 fucking titles on your show? I don't understand that either. Why does everyone deserve a title? People don't deserve participation trophies.
Everyone gets a title.
This is fucking professional wrestling. This is not professional. This is not professional. Oh, let's give everyone a fucking trophy award.
Well, you know, if they were smart, they would start combining them like NXT is going to start doing.
Dude, you know what? Let's get into this because we keep getting fucking jettisoned into other fucking areas. We become plateaued and then it's all fucked up. So let's talk about it. So they're going to do this, the tag team titles. The UK and the NXT tag team titles are up for grabs. Gallus, who I really like. I really fucking like Gallus. I don't like the teaming that they have of Gallus. I believe that Joe Coffey is hurt, or Mark Coffey is hurt, and it's going to be Joe Coffey and Wolfgang, and then Pretty Deadly, who I like. I really don't like that name. I wish they would go back to their NXT name. I really dig that name much better. Elton Prince, it just sounds so fucking forced. What the fuck are we doing? And then the Creed brothers, who I fucking totally dislike. I think they're worth the fucking shit. So I'm not interested in them at all. And then Brooks and Jensen. Well, one of those two guys is good. So, I mean, fucking let's face facts, dude. I mean, that fucking kid Brooks is fucking really good. Jensen doesn't know how to connect with the crowd.
He's definitely being handcuffed in this tag team.
Yeah, I think a singles run is going to be in his future because he's a big kid. I mean, he's a big dude.
Which is why I don't think they go over. I think that they snub him out and that team can go their separate ways and they can just cut. I lost the name already. I think
Brooks and Jensen.
Brooks and Jensen. They just cut them. Done.
Well, they have Tatum Paxley, not me Tatum. They have Tatum Paxley with them, who's doing like this cowgirl gimmick, and very reminiscent of like Mickey James, circa Now Then Forever. She got fired in a trash bag. Who the fuck does that to somebody? Here's your shit back in a trash bag. What the
Get
fuck?
The fuck out.
Yeah, I think her name is like Hardcore Country now, Mickey James. So it's like pretty. I'm not saying that like you're trying to rip it off, but like you might be trying to rip it off, like a little bit, teensy bit. I like that word, teensy. I've been waiting to use that on a fucking podcast, teensy. So I think probably. I mean, if I was booking this, I would probably put Pretty Deadly over, and the reason why is because they're a great heel tag team. They understand that it's not about winning and losing as a heel tag team. It's about whether you can get the job done.
And to me, if you're booking properly, the majority of your titles have to be held by heels.
Yeah, you want the face to chase them because then when the face wins, you get the fucking biggest pop.
Right.
That's why I don't like this Braun Breaker thing.
Oh, here we go.
Anyway, forget it. We'll get into that. So then next they have on Katana Chance and Caden Carter, the NXT Women's Tag Team Champions, are going up against main roster members Nikki ASH and Doudrop. The two possibly worst fucking names in the history of the WWE. I like fucking jobber names. I Salvatore Sincere, like I like guys SD Jones, Special Delivery Jones. Like I love that shit.
Right.
But they're not jobbers.
No.
Why the fuck do you have... Why can't she just be Nikki Cross and be crazy?
I hear you, and she should have never left Nikki Cross, but again, she was...
Pigeonhole.
She was forced out of it. You know,
Yeah.
it's kind of the same thing with...
Keep your job or get fired, essentially.
Right. And you know what? She's done what she can with this Nikki Ash thing.
It's fucking terrible.
Let's be realistic here. There's no way that Doudrop or Nikki Ash... Doudrop and Nikki Ash should be losing because they're main roster members. But you know they're going to.
And let's also speak about the fact that the two women that they're wrestling, they maybe combined weigh 200 pounds.
Oh, yeah. No, there's absolutely no way.
You're going up against thick, violent women from Scotland.
So
they're both from Scotland.
That's what they should call their tag team: thick, violent women. You got thick with Doudrop, violent with Nikki Cross, and they are with thick, violent women.
TVW, baby.
TVW.
Dude, people would buy... Yo, Triple H, 60 G's, baby!
But there's no way they go over. I don't see them holding...
Nah, Nikki Cross needs a repackage as Nikki Cross. She needs to be repackaged again as her old character.
Who she used to be.
Yeah. And from what I'm being told, Doudrop has already had conversations with Triple H to go back to like Viper or Piper Niven. And I like the Piper Niven name. I even dig that. I prefer Viper, but you got Randy Orton. He kind of has that Viper thing kind of sewn up. And in terms of like marketability, you obviously don't want to be connected because it just hurts it's going to hurt your overall marketability at the end of the day.
I mean, what better way to allow them to go back to their old names if they lose in NXT?
Yeah,
that's the best way to go about it.
And let them be heels. I dig that they're heels right now. I dig that they're like they're being mean and like and laying it in on people like. If you're a heel, you got to do that. Absolutely. Like, that's your job as a heel, to make your opponent look better. Mm-hmm. That if you really lay it in and then that person makes a valiant comeback, the crowd is going to get behind it way more than if you're just like, hey, bro, we're both going to get our shit in right now. Mm-hmm. I'm going to lay it in and then you lay it in. We're both going to no-sell. Mm-hmm. Double nip up and then double super kicks. No-sell the double super kicks. Suicide dive simultaneously. We just fall to the floor. Fuck it. That's what wrestling is sometimes.
I'm going to tombstone pile drive you, and then you're going to bounce up into a super kick, and I'm going to grab you into a German suplex, and then we're going to roll you up for the pin.
It's fucking wild sometimes, man, how they do some of these spots. I'm like, man, has no one heard of selling?
Yeah, Canadian Destroyer into...
Bro, but the thing that I love the most about current wrestling now is... You're like, okay, well, you can't, like, all right, you've done 6 moves that should put somebody out unconscious, like, and you've done them consecutively, and then you win with a backslide.
Yep.
Like, what the fuck are we doing? This guy kicked out of every move that you have, and you win with a backslide?
You just use the 6 biggest finishers of all time
dude, I don't
and
fucking
kick out at 2.5.
I don't understand, dude. It don't make no fucking sense.
But you get some mist sprayed in your face, and you're down for the 3.
Jesus Christ. So you like Chance and Carter to retain in that spot?
You can't put the titles on Doudrop and Nikki Ash.
Unless they change their name before the show.
Unless they change the name before the show, or unless they got a demotion. I mean, it's really... It'd be a shame for them.
I can't imagine. There's not enough women on the roster as it is to do a demotion. Like
especially since the tag titles are back on.
Dude. That's the other fucking thing that I have to fucking talk about. Like, what the fuck is Toxic Attraction still doing on NXT? Dude, what is she? What are they doing on NXT, dude? Seriously.
The best they can, Tatum. The best they can.
Well, I'm fucking so confused, man. And they're not... whatever, man. I can't even get into it. I get so fucking frustrated sometimes.
We have so much to go over.
Yeah, I know. I can't dwell on the shit that I can't control. Which I can't control none of it, but whatever. That's why we're here, motherfucker. Anyway, next we have the NXT North American title. This just got announced on Tuesday. This is fucking very, very cool and interesting, and I'm very, very curious curious to see this match. Mello being the champion, obviously, and well deserved. Like that guy can fucking work his ass off.
Absolutely.
He's fucking really, really good.
Well, he can work. He can sell. I mean,
he gets it. He gets the intricacies of how to fucking,
100%.
and he's
He
small.
can work the crowd. He's a great worker. He's
and
enjoyable to watch.
Yes, and he can seemingly work with anybody because he understands for bigger guys that he needs to take a brunt of the offense and he needs to be able to sell that and use his smarts and his heel tactics to overcome that.
Yep.
A bigger guy. And it's really quite genius because a lot of guys don't fucking do that. They don't understand the interest. He's like, hey, I gotta fucking break this guy down. I can't just get all my shit in here and like have this guy sell for it. Like, that's fucking stupid.
Oh, I'm the heel, so it doesn't matter that you have 200 pounds on me. I'm still gonna, work you here. No, absolutely not.
Absolutely not is right. So him against Ricochet, man, that is a fucking spicy match.
This is the only problem I have with him using main roster talent.
How does Ricochet not beat?
How does
Mello?
he not beat him? But also, how does he? Because unless you're going to put him on NXT for a while, how does he come away with that championship?
I think he comes away with the championship, and I
move him to NXT.
I think Mello comes up to the main roster, and Ricochet, goes back down. I think he may be able to work dual duty.
You think they would be interested in having him hold that North American championship?
100%, dude. It's been the Ricochet show every fucking Monday night since Triple H came back. That guy was not featured. He was getting fucking jobbed out in 3 minutes on TV before fucking Triple H came back. Now all of a sudden, the guy's a fucking world beater. I get it, and I think it's fucking great. I like Ricochet, but it falls into that fucking same category of. He does what I like to call dead bumping when he gets hit with something by an opponent. He basically dead bumps like he's donezo. And like, how are you getting up and hitting a fucking 630 after that?
I have no idea. Again, that's the whole.
See, that's like my only issue with him. Like, as an athlete, that guy is incredible.
Right.
At selling, he's really good. Like, he knows how to sell incredible.
But that psychology aspect.
It's the psychology of it, like, bro. And I get it. Wrestling is not the same as it was in the 80s, 90s, 2000s.
But you're still supposed to suspend disbelief just a
small
bit,
amount. I don't need. Listen, I don't need you to fucking reinvent the wheel here.
Right.
I just need you to fucking understand that if you just took a fucking hellacious beat and you shouldn't be doing a 630, I don't give a fuck if it pops the crowd or not.
Yeah.
Do something realistic and I'll pop.
Right.
And most people, listen, the little kids in the crowd will pop anyway, regardless, because
especially for him,
they love you.
Right.
You don't need to do all the extra shit. Just use a little bit of ring psychology and you'll be much better off.
Also, maybe tone down the amount of shit that you do in your match because you're going to shorten your career.
Oh, jeez.
But you say Ricochet comes away with the title with that one?
Yeah, I think
I can't agree with that.
Yeah.
But,
okay, I like it. No disagreement. I fucking like disagreement.
Yeah.
You don't know what the fuck you're talking about anyway, so it doesn't really fucking matter. No, I mean, listen, it could go either way. I mean, if it was me and I was booking it, I would put Ricochet over and I'd move Mello up to the main roster. And the reason why is because you can see the guys getting smaller. He's not going to stand out as much now with guys like Johnny Gargano.
It's true.
Austin Theory. Like, even though Austin Theory's jacked and he's
still small.
He's not, he's Shawn Michaels' height probably. He's probably 6 feet tall.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's like a Oompa Loompa bodybuilder.
Right. He's not like a giant guy, but like, my issue is, how are those guys going to look standing next to, like, Roman Reigns?
Oh, yeah, no.
Or, like, Drew McIntyre.
They're going to look like Oompa Loompa bodybuilders.
Right! That's what I'm saying. Like, but at the same token, I mean, Drew McIntyre has worked with all those guys and has had incredible competitive matches with all of them, and it doesn't look unrealistic. So, I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, it's completely possible. And all those guys are extremely talented, very competent workers. All those guys that I mentioned who are on the smaller side are all fucking incredible. But WWE, let's face facts, is always going to be the land of the giants.
100%.
It's always going to be.
100%.
I agree with you. If they take a guy who's 7 feet tall with no skill, they'll take him over a guy who's 6 feet tall with 10 years of indie experience just because of the size of the guy.
Now they're talking about bringing Braun back too. So
I like that because you know who's coming with him.
Absolutely, we'll get into it.
Fucking goddamn it! tangents, motherfucker. Next we have the NXT UK and NXT Women's title being combined. Obviously, Mandy Rose, Miko Satomura, and Blair Davenport. I really like Blair Davenport. I think that she is probably... I'd probably say she's the most interesting in that match. I really dig her. I dig the vibe. It's it's strange. It's not odd. It's strange. Because you really don't know, like, what she's thinking. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like, you kind of question it. Like, Mandy Rose is a dime. She's so hot. And she's very talented in the ring. Like, don't, I mean, people fucking sleep on her ability, but, like, she's held that title for a long fucking time. Totally, and has done a really good job with it.
100% talented enough, yes. 100% talented enough. I mean, I wouldn't, I would say, like, Trish Stratus level, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
But not what, women's wrestling has become. But, yeah, Trish Stratus level, yeah, sure.
Yeah, I mean, dude, what the fuck? Trish Stratus is, like, one of the best women's wrestlers of all time.
Well, I mean, that was a different era, though, so, I mean...
Yeah, I mean, clearly the women's wresling now is fucking much different.
But that's what I'm saying, is, like, she has the looks, she has enough talent to get by. Who do you think's going over in that match?
I mean, if it was me, I would put Mandy Rose over because...
I was going to...
she has the belt and she's had it for such a long time, and there's been a lot of influx in between that UK women's title. You know what I mean? Miko Satomura had it, fucking Toni Storm had it before her. Like, it was like a fucking big deal.
So I would say that Mandy Rose pins Miko, and that,
I like it.
That leaves room for Rose and Blair to have their own
separate
one-on-one match later on. You never beat me for that title.
Yeah, I mean, I really hope that they don't continue with Miko Satomura. I'm not a fan. I shared with you a while ago a training video. Do you remember that?
Yes.
That was her.
Yep.
And it was fucking horrifying.
Brutal.
Brutal is not the fucking word, bro.
Yeah, no, you're right. It was basically abuse.
Abuse! I didn't touch you. Don't sell that drop kick. And then she straight up kicked her as hard as she could directly in the face. Stop whining like a little baby. The poor woman is just bleeding.
Bleeding from
every orifice on her face.
From all about the face.
Yeah.
Just everything.
I'm all about my face. About my face.
If it was on her face, it was bleeding.
Oh my God, it was so bad. Yeah. So bad. And I just don't fucking dig that. Like, I think that there is a certain level of abuse that you have to take in regards to your training in pro wrestling. And I think that hold should be applied a little bit more tight when in training, because you need to respect the hold.
100%. That doesn't mean that you just kick your opponent directly in the face. For no
reason, dog. I'll tell you what, I'm training with somebody and they drop kick me like that, I'm taking somebody's eye out. For no joke, I'm grabbing you and I'm putting my thumb directly in your eyeball.
Yeah, I don't think anybody would blame you at that point.
Yeah, I don't play. And this lady's like, "Oh, fucking, please don't be mad at me.
Please don't be mad at me. Please don't be mad at me. Please don't send me home. I'm sorry,
dude. It's fucking.
I'm sorry weird, that my face was destroyed by your feet.
What the fuck? Again, tangent, motherfucker.
Tangent, sorry.
Shit. All right, so you like Mandy Rose in that match.
That makes
I
think
that's
Mandy Rose, yeah.
So then we have the fucking main event, the UK and the NXT title, each respectively, and they're gonna be unified. Braun against fucking Tyler Bate. I mean, I am a giant Tyler Bate fan, but if I'm being 100% honest, Tyler Bate looks like a cruiserweight compared to Braun Breaker.
And they're pushing Braun Breaker to the moon. So
yeah, and that's why I think Bate wins. I think I think Bate takes it, and I think that they move Braun to the main roster.
Oh wow,
it's time, dude. Like, what else does he have to do in NXT? He's beat the fuck out of everybody. Every single person in NXT he's beat the fuck out of.
I just don't think that they would have Tyler Bate go over on him. I think they would try to find somebody else to go over. And I don't know who.
Who? There's nobody.
I don't know, but I just don't see it being now. I feel like they're going to keep the title on Braun Breaker for a little bit longer.
See, I thought it was going to be Joe Gacy initially who was going to take the belt off.
Which would have made a ton of sense.
Yeah, because he has them dudes with him.
You don't have to do it by yourself.
Which, I'm not a big fan of them changing their gimmick from grizzled young veterans to this fucking dyad gimmick.
Yeah,
I really am not a fan of that. And clearly that was a Vince McMahon thing.
Right.
But I really think that if anyone was in need, I mean, other than Pete Dunne, if anyone was in need of a fucking, of a resurrection, it would be those fucking guys. Yeah. Not saying that they're incompetent in that role of that dyad role, but those guys are like funny.
Right.
And they have like a quick wit to them. And when you shut them up and just make them stand there and like not really do nothing, it's no good, bro.
Right.
Like, no one wants to fucking see that shit. And let Joe Gacy grow his hair back out.
Please, for the love of God.
Don't stop having a short haircut on the guy. Let him grow his hair back out. The long hair on Joe Gacy is the way to go.
I don't understand why they do that. Like, most wrestlers grow their hair out. Why are you cutting his hair off? I don't understand it.
Well, because WWE's like, I want these people to look professional. Well, they're professional wrestlers, motherfucker.
Yeah, this isn't the New York Yankees. What the fuck are we talking about?
Oh my God, could you, dude? I would walk in there with the most gnarly beard. I would try to dreadlock my beard before I went in the Yankees thing, and they'd be like, "You need to shave your beard. Ship me the fuck out, motherfucker."
You gave me all this money with the beard, so
you bought me like this, motherfucker.
This is what you get.
Unbelievable. Fuck Steinbrenner anyway.
Oh, he's dead now, right? So
whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Fuck his son.
His kid.
I mean,
yeah. Well, fuck him too. I don't give a fuck. Assholes. Anyway, so that's the card. So you think fucking Braun continues?
I think he retains.
He retains.
I like Tyler. I have a lot of retaining on.
Yeah, you do. A lot of retention.
But I mean, I feel like they have to put over. I feel like they're going to put over the main NXT guys more than NXT UK.
But if these NXT UK guys are going to be around, they need the boost.
I hear you. I just think that they're going to not be around for very long.
Oh, you think that they're just going to release the rest of them once they drop the belts?
Within a few months.
Oh, that would be terrible because there's some fucking really talented guys.
Well, I think the really talented guys will stick around, but I mean, there's a lot to dump off still.
Yeah, I'm not a fucking big fan of this there's another match that got added onto this, that Axiom character. He's a fucking British dude who's a kid.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah, under a hood.
I don't even know what you're talking about. So
he's doing a rounds match, a British rounds match.
Okay.
Which is cool. I dig that. It's a 3 rounds. So it's basically old school British World of Sport where you got to win 2 out of 3 falls.
And the majority of the fans are going to be like, what the hell
they
is going
don't,
on?
They have no fucking idea what's happening. They're going to be like, I am not comfortable with this. I don't know. Why is there judges? Like, what is this rounds thing? Why are there men in the corners?
That's the match that you go to the concessions.
Not me. I'm gonna be fucking. I'm gonna be like fucking. Ooh.
Casual fans like myself. Nope, we're going.
Yeah, nothing. You're not even fucking interested. Yeah. All right, so that was Worlds Collide.
Yep.
You know, we fucking banged right through that. Okay.
We're like almost halfway through. Yeah. That's holy crap. We got 2 more to go.
Yeah, no, it's all good. So what do we do next? Clash of the Castle, or do we do All Out?
Let's go with All Out.
Okay, we'll go All Out. So, all right, right off the fucking rip, I have issues. Yep. I have issues with this card. Why the fuck are you putting Eddie Kingston on your pre-show against Tomohiro Ishii? Why the fuck would you do that? That is, if I heard a pay-per-view match, that is a pay-per-view match as far as I'm concerned. Because those guys are going to beat the fuck out of each other and tell a story.
Punishment for Kingston?
See, and that's the other fucking thing. Mm-hmm. I'm not a fan of that. Like, I understand that you're not supposed to, like, fucking grab people and shit, but listen, this is a violent business.
100%.
Like, men in the fucking professional wrestling business used to talk with their hands.
And Sammy Guevara looks like he needs to be fucking shut the fuck up occasionally. So, I mean...
I guess he's hard to work with. That's the report right now. Shocker! He's fucking hard to work with.
Eddie Kingston's hard to work with. Sammy Guevara's hard to work with. You put them together, somebody's going to get choked out. So, I mean, it's kind of... It is what it is.
Listen, I think
it's a huge mistake to...
I think that Eddie Kingston...
Eddie
yes. He's the... listen, I get it. You suspended him.
Yeah.
Totally fine.
And that should be the end of it.
That's the end of it.
Right.
He gets a suspension. He's off TV for a couple of episodes. Fine.
You're going to have this bloodbath on a pre-show. It doesn't make any sense.
Those guys are going to hit each other with chops. Their chests are going to be raw.
Yeah.
It is going to be fucking insane. Yeah. And for somebody like me who loves the fact of human suffering in terms of professional wrestling, I am going to be tuned in, laser focused to that match. I'm very excited for it. I mean, you have to fucking... He's probably going to continue to be punished and Tomohiro Ishii goes over. Yeah. I would imagine. Yeah. And you know what? It doesn't hurt Eddie Kingston at all.
Not at all.
Because he's going to come out the next time on TV and he's going to be screaming about something and people are going to be like, this guy is a fucking nut job.
Eddie Kingston is the perfect professional wrestler because he never needs to go over. Ever. He's there to hurt people. Mm-hmm. That's it. Mm-hmm. It's the perfect situation.
It is the ideal situation for a guy like that because he fits that mold. Mm-hmm. He is not a bodybuilder. He looks like a dude who just got done watching a fucking football game and who just happens to be incredible professional wrestling and wants to beat your fucking face in. Mm-hmm. There's something to be said for a guy like that. Mm-hmm. I don't want my wrestling to be all bodybuilders.
With that being said, I don't even really like Eddie Kingston all that much. I got to be honest, I don't like him all that much.
Not a Kingston fan, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I think he's a little bit too unpolished for the big stage.
Oh,
you know,
too much of an indie guy.
Yeah, exactly. So I kind of hold that against him a little bit, but you can see with the work that he does that he deserves the spotlight because he's a utility man. You can use him for anything.
Put him in any spot against anybody from any company.
Put him with anybody. Put him against anybody. Yep. Doesn't matter. It makes sense. Eddie Kingston's there. Yeah, of course Eddie Kingston's there.
Yeah, of course. 100%. I don't like him in the pre-show, but I get he's still being punished. Mm-hmm. And then they're doing 2 title matches on the pre-show.
Which again makes... But they have so many goddamn titles, so...
Yeah. Well, they're doing the FTW title on the pre-show.
Which is barely a title.
What the fuck are we doing?
Barely a title.
What? Why are we still advertising? Dude, Taz has not wrestled since, like, the early 2000s.
It's his son, you know? I mean, it's... Hook,
okay,
you know?
Okay, cool. Son. They don't look anything alike.
Not at all. Not at all.
Their body shape is completely fucking different.
I'm going to be honest with you. If they never told me that was Hook's son, I would have never known. If that was
Taz's son, I would have never known either. No fucking way. If you didn't tell me, I'd be like...
If literally Taz didn't come out like, yeah, that's my son, I would have had no... That kid could have crawled his way up the entire ladder in the industry.
And no one would ever know.
And no one would have been like, oh, you got here because of your dad.
Yep.
Who the fuck's your dad? Oh, it's Taz? No, seriously.
I bet that's what people said the first time they saw him. No, seriously. No, seriously. Your dad's fucking thigh is the size of you, bro.
And I don't find Hook all that interesting. I feel like his whole shtick has run its course.
Really?
He can't talk.
No, he can, I think. I think the whole purpose of this is that listen, he is perfect for this generation. He comes out to very strange music. Strange for the masses.
Yeah.
I love Action Bronson, but strange for the masses.
Yeah.
They don't understand that. You don't even know me. Like, they just don't get it. But the people who are, like, in the know... Like, those people who are going to, like, Rolling Loud and Coachella, like, that's very cool to them. And they see a guy coming out with his hair a fucking mess, very flippant about everything, just does not give a fuck. And he's, like, cool on, like, a different level.
Yeah, I feel like...
And he can wrestle. He can
wrestle.
He's not... Absolutely. He can fucking work.
He can
work.
100%. I just think if they don't make him a little bit more appealing, he's just gonna flounder with the FTW title, and that's gonna be it.
Well, I see what you're saying about that, and I can understand why you would say that because.
Well, again, you talk about
it seems
if
like
you're not in the know. Again, as the casual fan here,
yeah,
not in the know. Yeah, it's like, why do I care about this?
Yeah,
you made me care for a while, and now you're putting him on the pre-show. So
and he's doing shit with like Danhausen. It's more like comedy wrestling.
Right.
Like And if that's what you want to do with your career, that's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I think that there's a place for it.
It's Brodus Clay and then Funkasaurus, man. That's what it is.
God, Jesus, don't say that,
I'm
bro.
just saying, like, you made this guy out to be a killer, something to be seen, and then you're making him out to be a joke.
Yeah, so you like Hook going over in that match, obviously, against Cool Hand Ange Parker.
Yeah, it's not even. I mean, who against who? It's Hook.
Yeah. Okay, and you agree again? Ishii is gonna go over.
Yeah, it makes
Eddie
most sense. Eddie Kingston being punished.
Now they also have the All Atlantic Championship, our favorite title in AEW.
Just file up the Japanese flag.
It's like fucking crazy.
Realize you made a mistake.
Yeah, just own up to the mistake and have the belt fixed, man. Fuck, because we are just gonna keep fucking razzing you until, and it's never gonna get old.
Just open a goddamn atlas.
Seriously, not a Jake Atlas. Oh shit, he might get arrested again. I actually just watched that video of him getting arrested with him talking to the police, dude. It might have been the funniest arrest video I've ever seen because he was so cocked.
Yeah.
And he was like, my boyfriend, the one who was down here, he's in the business too, and he fucking sucks at sex. I'm like, what? These fucking cops are standing there looking at this guy, dude, going, uh-huh.
You know you have the right to remain silent, right?
Yeah, like, please shut the fuck up. And I like Jake Atlas. I think he's fucking really talented. I was really upset to see him get hurt on fucking AEW the way that he did. Fucking really sad.
Oh, what are you gonna do?
So let's fucking keep going on. So Pac against Chris Sabian. I think that's an adult film channel. I'm pretty sure on Spicy on PH. Shout out to PH, man. Anyway, but Kip Sabian against Pac. I mean, Pac goes over. I mean,
he's been doing great, taking that title of the Indies.
Yeah, dig that shit, dude. Taking that shit all over Europe.
You let Pac keep the title. Let him.
Has he defended it in Japan yet? It's never gonna get old.
Oh my god!
Ladies and gentlemen, the All Atlantic Champion, a defense in Japan.
Just fix the goddamn title.
I believe that's the Pacific Ocean, Tony, that you were looking for there. I believe that's the Pacific.
We refer to hurricanes as tsunamis over here.
Yeah, my god, dude, it's so fucking crazy. You own a multi-million-dollar wrestling company. You can't even fucking get the geography right for a title belt. What the fuck? Anyway, so moving on. Lot of trios matches on this fucking card.
Which they're pushing the trios title. So
well, I mean, the trios titles is what's gonna happen. I mean, it's what's gonna happen.
They're featuring more trios matches because they want to emphasize that trios title.
Yeah, which is crazy because ROH already has a trios title. Like, why can't you just leave the ROH trios title and like that and not do it in AEW?
Or just bring it to AEW and like have it featured on there or something.
That's what I'm saying.
A second one, it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make any sense. Anyway, so starting out the main card, they're gonna do House of Black against Darby, 70-year-old Sting, and fucking Miro.
And I would say House of Black, it makes total sense that they would go over, but they're not going to. They're not going to go over.
Oh, no?
No, they're not going to. They keep putting Sting over and everything that he does.
You know what I think that is going to happen?
And Miro is like huge. So,
you know what I think is going to happen?
What's that?
I think Sting and Darby are going to turn on Miro and join House of Black.
You think so?
Yeah.
God, that's what it means, another stable in AEW.
What do you mean? It's not another stable.
Well, you just keep growing that stable. Now it's not even a trios thing. Now it's 5 members. It's
but Sting can't wrestle. He needs to be put into a role where he can just hit people with a bat and like come out with Julia Hart and like be her protector essentially.
Yeah,
and Darby. Listen, man. I talk a lot of shit about Darby. I do. I talk a lot of shit about Darby Allin, and I think it would probably be the best move for his career, and I'll tell you why. Because he'll be able to use more of his mind than his body. When you're surrounded by those guys.
Yeah, he needs that just to prolong his career.
Well, he can then work in multi-man tag matches. He doesn't have to take these fucking crazy bumps every time he wrestles.
Or at least if he's going to take these crazy bumps, it's going to be on a group of guys rather than just an individual.
Or a fucking tack-laid coffin, right, or like fucking the ring stairs, or the apron, like that fucking kid. Dude, I just watched a fucking, not to veer off here. Yeah. I just watched a clip of him, right? It was, I don't know, it was like, try not to wince. It was like all pro wrestling clips where it's like, try not to wince. So it was an Evolve show, and it was they just rung the bell for the beginning of a 4-way, and Darby goes running full speed at Chris Dickinson, and Chris Dickinson fucking launches him in a back body drop to the outside of the ring.
Holy
and Darby fucking catches his feet and legs on the railing. And lands on the steel like girder around the ring.
Watching it and I'm wincing.
Oh my god, bro. And that's how they started the video. I'm like, dude, I didn't even make it 5 seconds into the video, and I'm fucking like, I'm all done.
Just turn it off.
I gotta say something though. The look of concern on Chris Dickinson's face, he like didn't know what to do.
And Darby Allin was probably totally fine with it.
I don't think he knew where he was, bro. I mean, clearly he was like fucked up. Yeah. He was knocked unconscious or something, but whatever.
So I think that'd be interesting. And then you have Miro versus House of Black, which is interesting for Miro, to be going up against an entire stable like that alone. Kind of adds a little bit of intrigue to Miro.
He is the Redeemer.
Yeah, I mean, it
against the devilish group.
Yeah, it definitely it makes sense. I would like to see it. I just think that they're gonna put Darby Allin and Sting and Miro over. I don't think that they're that smart.
It's just really poor.
Yeah.
That would be really poor booking. But clearly,
I agree.
but they have shown that the ability to do really fucking stupid things and do really fucking poor booking.
100%.
They've shown that, especially recently. They've shown the ability to do really shitty booking.
Well, we're gonna get into that, so
for sure. Next, we have Ricky Starks against Powerhouse Hobbs. Now, I like this because Ricky made the transition into the face. Powerhouse Hobbs definitely deserves to be a heel. He's big, he's mean, he likes to fucking throw his weight around, and he's fucking strong like a motherfucker. I am very excited to see more of him and Wardlow. That's what I'm... Big, beefy dudes just fucking laying it in on each other.
That's what I was going to say. I well, not the Wardlow thing, but I feel like this could have been a pre-show match.
Yeah, see, I would have flipped the Ishii Kingston...
For this.
Not taking anything away from Ricky Starks or Powerhouse Hobbs at all.
I just feel like it's not going to add to the show as much.
It's the vibe. Yeah. It's just the vibe.
Right.
And Kingston changes the vibe.
And how does Powerhouse Hobbs not come out on top on that one?
I think that he should beat the fuck out of Ricky Starks 100%. In like 4 minutes.
Yeah, it's basically a squash match.
I think maybe even quicker than that. I think Ricky Starks runs at him, gives him a couple of fucking quick shots, goes off the ropes. Powerhouse Hobbs just hits him with the spine buster. 1, 2, 3. Call it a fucking day.
Yep.
Now Ricky Starks would not fucking lose any steam because of that.
Not at
it
all.
would make Powerhouse Hobbs look like a fucking stud,
which is what you want, and then you can put him up against a Wardlow.
And you do the rematch. You could always do the rematch.
Oh, yeah. Well, they're good at that. Squash matches and rematches.
Fucking. Stop. You're making me fucking upset and blush. You're making me blush. I don't blush. I'm already fucking red-faced as it is.
Oh, shit.
I think it's my fucking high blood pressure. Anyway, next we have fucking Christian versus Jungle Boy, who came out on Wednesday and said, you'll be fighting Jack Perry. I don't know. I think Jungle Boy, I'm more scared of Jungle Boy than I am of Jack Perry.
You just lowered yourself big time on that one. Who gives a shit? And my question is who gives a shit about this anymore? Because it should be Jungle Boy versus Luchasaurus. They should have let Christian stay with Luchasaurus longer. No one cares about this anymore.
Well, now you fucked this whole thing. Yeah. This whole thing's fucked. He was like with Christian, and then Jungle Boy came back, and he's like now with Jungle Boy again. But he's like still wearing black, and he's like still a bad guy. I don't understand, dude.
It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any fucking sense.
Just keep him with Christian.
Let me ask another question. Why the fuck, you have all these guys, why the fuck is Christian wrestling on your show. Why couldn't this been on the pre-show?
That's what I'm saying. He shouldn't be wrestling. He should be managing Luchasaurus. It was amazing.
Listen, that guy is a heat-seeking missile.
Give him a microphone and let him go.
He doesn't need to wrestle. The guy's he's got to be close to his 50s, if not in his 50s.
He doesn't even need a microphone.
Listen, and I think he's a good worker. I always rated Christian. You know what I mean? Pretty high. I think Edge was always a better worker than Christian. I mean, but Shawn was better than Marty. That's just fucking how it goes. Absolutely. But Marty was a very competent worker too. Mm-hmm. Don't fuck around. Marty could fucking work his ass off too.
And that's why I was saying he doesn't even really need the microphone.
No,
he can do shit outside of the ring that would draw heat and would be credible because it's Christian doing it.
And he knows how to play a chicken shit heel.
100%. He did it his entire career.
And it's genius.
Yeah.
The chicken shit heel is nowhere to be found anymore.
And to me, that's why you needed Luchasaurus. Because
he was the muscle behind the mouth.
Yeah, 100%. You know, he could talk like that because anybody that was going to try to stop them would have to go through Luchasaurus.
And dog,
and not going through Luchasaurus.
I'm not fucking around with Luchasaurus, dude. That dude is ginormous and can do things that normal humans can't do.
And I feel
that's why he's a dinosaur.
Right. I feel with Jungle Boy, Luchasaurus, Jungle Boy and Christian, Luchasaurus has gotten lost in all this, and it's a damn shame.
Do you even care who wins this match?
Not at all.
No, okay, me neither. But I think fucking probably Jungle Boy wins with the assistance of fucking Luchasaurus' help.
Yeah, it's gonna.
I would imagine
it's gonna be fucking stupid.
Yeah,
Maybe
stupid.
His dad can come back from the dead too.
Oh, that's fucked up. Well, Christian said it. I mean, I think that it's all right. They did it in a wrestling promo. Fuck it. I mean, they did it on national television. I mean, we only have like fucking 5 people listening to this, so we can say whatever.
And we thank
you
for you 5 people.
Yeah, thanks, man. Fucking really appreciate it. Just share with your friends, you cocksuckers. Anyway, so next we have a match that I am very fucking interested in. Wardlow, FTR versus Jay Lethal and the Motor City Machine Guns. That is a fucking very spicy match. The Motor City Machine Guns are fucking old as fuck, though. Mm-hmm. And, you know, I don't know, man. They haven't really, like, have they been teaming recently? Like, I don't watch Impact. I don't fuck with Impact, really. Yeah. And I like a lot of the Impact wrestlers. It's just not,
The only thing I know in this match is FTR and Wardlow. That's it. I don't know.
You don't know Jay Lethal?
Well, okay, no, I know Jay Lethal. But Jay Lethal, why is Jay Lethal still relevant at this point? I feel like he's run his course.
He should be working, training guys about how to be charismatic in front of the camera.
100%.
But he's a great wrestler. I'm not taking anything away from his ability. The guy is fucking tremendous in the ring.
I just don't think he gets a spot like this anymore. I don't think he needs a spot like this anymore. But
I mean, against the best tag team in the world and the guy who was the TNT champion, who's probably going to win the championship very soon.
Well, I mean, is he? Because he had his whole thing with MJF, and then he's kind of fizzled out since then. Like,
who?
Wardlow. They've made him very boring. I feel like it's...
Well, because where's the protagonist?
He goes from squashing everyone to now, I don't know.
He's still squashing people.
Thing with, Sanjay Dutt and all these...
That's a little strange. I thought that was going to lead to Satnam Singh against fucking Wardlow, which I was very fascinated in because Satnam, can he powerbomb Satnam Singh?
Right, it would have been interesting, but that just went by the wayside, and now...
You want to know why? Because Satnam Singh is not ready for something like that.
You don't need to be ready to get up
and be this isn't WWE, bro. Yeah. They're not almost in somebody and just be like, hey, you're a giant fucking human.
It's a good point.
Let's fucking put you out there against the best wrestlers in the world and expose you for not being able to do shit. No, what they did with him and Jay Lethal working tag matches, and he only gets in for like the fucking he gets in for basically the finish. Mm-hmm. That's all that he does, and he does fucking like 2 moves, and that's it, done.
Yeah,
and that's what I want to see.
It's smart.
It is smart. It's smart. So what do you think? I mean, I think Wardlow and FTR. I don't even think it's I think it'll be a really good match. Mm-hmm. I think they'll make it competitive, but I think it's I don't even think it's a question.
Right.
Next we have the fucking casino ladder match for a future AEW title shot, which is very spicy because there are multiple members of multiple teams involved in this match, and it's also they have a mystery guy. So who's the fucking mystery guy? That's first and foremost. Any clue?
I mean,
I mean, I don't know who it could be at this point.
Let's go with MJF.
Wouldn't that... Ooh.
I had to do it to you.
Ooh, I didn't even think about that, bro. Cool. Wouldn't that be fucking spicy? He wins the contract for a future AEW title shot, and he cashes in and beats Punk at the end of the night in Chicago?
There you go. It'd be great. I don't think it's going to actually happen.
Oh, my God. I just got a semi.
I was going to say, you got to bring it back down here.
I can't,
I
bro. I used the pump this morning.
It's been over 90 days since that promo now, so, you know.
A lot of spicy stuff. But
if we're gonna take that surprise entrant out, who do you see as?
Well, okay, so I mean, they already did I believe it was a 4-way on Dynamite, just for no ladder involved, just a 4-way between the guys, and it was fucking mental. Mm-hmm. Tons of high flying, crazy spots. I mean,
it'll probably be match of the night.
Yeah, well, I mean, Claudio, Ray Phoenix, Roosh, Dante Martin, Andrade, Penta Oscuro, Wheeler Yuta, and a TBD.
I'll tell you who I would like to see.
Jeff Hardy.
No. I don't mean as the surprise entrant. Of the people that have been named, who I would like to see win the match. I would like to see Andrade win that. I would like to see him get a huge push finally.
Oh yeah.
And it would take Punk and Moxley and all the guys that have been around the AEW Championship. It would take them out of the picture for a little while, you know. So,
which I think is good. It gives it like a refresher.
And this is the perfect way to do it, you know.
And listen, Andrade is a good size. He's not huge. Mm-hmm. He's very fast. Mm-hmm. He moves very fast in the ring. He can wrestle any style. Mm-hmm. Any style. He's proven it in WWE and in AEW. And I think why people haven't gotten on the Andrade bandwagon is because I think that he is working underneath his ability. Mm-hmm. You know, he's working with guys that are not as seasoned as the people who understand the business a little bit better and who get that there's like timing. It's about timing in certain spots and like when you do certain moves and like not to blow yourself up because that guy moves at 100 miles an hour, but when he's not moving, he's conserving energy, bro. Yeah. He's working up to the next spot.
I think it was a few weeks ago that I mentioned like I just didn't have love for Andrade anymore. And I said it then. The reason I don't have love for Andrade is because he's been booked wrong almost everywhere he's been.
Totally wrong.
And I feel like this would be the opportunity to do right by him. Give him an opportunity. It's out of the blue. People wouldn't expect it.
Yep.
And he can show what this isn't, just a nobody being plucked out. This is a guy that's super talented, that is main event ready, and has been main event ready for years now. You give him
and can go with anybody,
and it completely changes up that championship picture.
Yep.
I think it makes total sense to do that.
100%. Next, we're on to the AEW Trios title. We don't know who's going to be in that TBD spot. Because they're having a match. We are recording this on Friday before SmackDown, so we don't know who won on Rampage. Likely it's going to be the Dark Order because Hangman Page is with them. So it's likely for the Trios title it's going to be Omega and the Bucks against Dark Order and Hangman Page, which I think that we all fucking knew was going to happen. They booked themselves into that. It was kind of a predestined fucking thing that they were going to do this. They're going to do Omega Hangman again. I'm not really too interested in seeing that.
Well, can I tell you how aggravating this is that you do a trios title and then you're going to do a single spot from the two of the members of the finals and the trios tournament? This doesn't make any goddamn sense. If you're going to be in the trios champion, you do trios matches. You don't get singles matches anymore. It doesn't make any goddamn sense.
House of Black should have been the fucking trios champions.
I totally agree with you. It would make sense to me if Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks lose, but I don't think they will.
Oh, no, I think they put Dark Order over. I think it's time. I think Dark Order doesn't have...
It would make sense to me because your whole build-up here has been these titles were created for Omega and the Young Bucks. It makes sense that they should chase it.
Yeah, they gotta chase it.
But I feel like they're not going to do that.
No, because
they're gonna slap the titles on
the smart.
them.
I mean, the Mark and Tony Khan is like, oh, Bucks Omega, obviously.
And they all have pull, and they're going to say, well, we need those titles because they're our
Really
titles.
don't, though. They don't need the titles. They fucking are very competent, all of them. They don't need titles.
Indie wrestlers, man.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Next, we have the AEW Tag Team Championship, which I don't understand why FTR is not the AEW Tag Team Champions. They hold every other fucking tag team title. They're tag team champions in 3 other fucking promotions.
Well, now they're not even in the video game, so...
No, because they're going to have to pay for fucking... fuck you. That's why I'm not buying that shit. The graphics look worth the fucking shit anyway, dude. If I wanted to play...
They look fantastic.
Yeah, on N64.
I was going to say, that's going up against WWF No Mercy, right? That's
what exactly right. Fuck out of here. Ridiculous. So you got Swerve and Keith Lee against the Acclaimed. Swerve and Keith Lee, I like them a lot, but it's the Acclaim's time, man. They turn face, and it's the fucking time for them to be the tag team champions. I'm not a big fan of Max Caster in the ring. I like Anthony Bowens a lot, but I mean,
I don't think they've given Swerve enough time with it. Swerve and Keith Lee enough time with it, and I think
they retain.
I think they retain. I think there's going to be some shenanigans outside of the ring.
Ooh, shenanigans! I like shenanigans.
I mean, they obviously
too many tag teams left out.
Well, also they're not done with the Ass Boys there, so I mean.
I fucking love that shit, dude.
They're clearly going to interfere.
What a great fucking gimmick, dude. What a great gimmick. Yeah. Holy fucking shit. So next we have the women's title match. Interim title match.
Gotta love interim title match.
Toni Storm, Jamie Hayter, Hikaru Shida, and Britt Baker. I mean, if I was a betting man, I would probably say that Toni Storm's gonna win. But if I'm being 100% honest, I would have Jamie Hayter win and have Britt Baker get very, very jealous with Jamie Hayter, and they can,
storyline built in right there.
It's already built in,
and it makes sense, which is why Toni Storm is going to win.
Right, exactly right. So that's that. Danielson Jericho. Now that is interesting.
Can we just? I mean, I know we're running up against it here.
No, whatever, dude. If we go a little bit over the hour, it's not that big of a deal.
I think we need to go over the hour anyway because this is a bigger show because of so many pay-per-views. But we were talking about promos last week, and can we talk about the promo between Jericho and Danielson this week? Just real quick, we were talking about the way that Punk and Moxley both just shut each other down and made each other look like shit. Well, Jericho, when he came out and he said, it was very simple. People will say you're the best wrestler in the world, and that may be true, but I don't think so. I think I'm the best in the world, and you know what? I'm the last survivor of Stu Hart's dungeon. How smart. You didn't shut him down and say he's shit. No, you said everyone thinks you're the best in the world. I don't. I'm going to prove to you why I am. Jericho's always been a smart promo, but it's so smart to just pump up your opponent like that. Mm-hmm. Give him as much credit in the world, and then you have the opportunity to bring him down in the ring.
Mm-hmm. You don't bury him on the mic. You bury him in the ring.
You want to talk about having a half chub there. When I was watching that promo, I was like, this is the way promos are done. This is it right here.
It is a masterclass, dude. I mean, he is a masterclass in professional wrestling.
And Danielson held his own, too. He gave Jericho his props. He said, you may have survived Stu Hart's dungeon, but what would Owen Hart say now? What is, the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson, the best wrestler in the world?
Smart.
Or is it the Lionheart, Chris Jericho? They're using their own taglines and everything. I mean, it was just very smart. It made me happy.
The only thing about that I don't like is Jericho never trained in the dungeon.
I know. But
it's professional wrestling.
I enjoyed the promo anyway.
Fuck you, man. No, I love the promo. I thought it was I thought it was genius. I think that I don't think Danielson gets enough credit for his promo ability. He is not the excitable promo. You know what I mean? He's not the Jericho that's gonna fucking yell and scream and be boastful. which is why it works so well between the two of them. They're so professional that they get it. They just understand the business and they get it. And they're going to have a banger. You know that they are.
Yes.
They're going to chop the shit out of each other. They're going to hit each other extremely hard. It's going to be interesting to see if Jericho can keep up with Danielson at Jericho's age.
Yes.
Like, I've never seen him really have a problem in the ring. But Danielson is a different animal altogether.
I don't think it's going to be a very long match.
No, I mean, I think that they should go 10 minutes.
Yeah, I think
go 10 and be done.
I think it might go 15 at most. But you're not going to see a 20-25 minute match.
I fucking hope not. And then we go to the...
Who do you see going over there, though? Do you have a prediction for that? Because personally, I don't care.
Yeah, it really doesn't matter to me. I mean, if it comes right...
I personally think that Danielson has to go over, but what I think is going to happen is you're going to have some fuckery with Jake Hager, and Jericho is going to weasel his way out of it. Come away with the win.
Yeah, that could be interesting. That might also bring out Daniel Garcia, which could, him and Jake Hager could start working a program.
Which would be fantastic.
Which would be interesting. Yeah. Size differential-wise, it would be interesting. But I'd be interested to see
size versus speed on that one.
Yeah, so I'd probably say Danielson would probably go over in the match just because, he lost to Garcia.
Build him back up with
Jericho.
You
got to kind of build him back up a little bit to get him back into the seriousness of his role.
I can get with that.
Yeah. And then we have the main event, which I'm fucking sore about. I'm fucking really sore about it. I'm not going to lie.
If MJF does not fucking come out for this, I want... The next time I'm on this show with you, I want you to admit that I was right and that MJF is done and the whole thing was fucking worthless. It's the only thing that makes this justified.
Let me explain something to you, dude. If MJF does not fucking come out and somehow get involved in this pay-per-view, it's going to be really difficult to sell me on their product moving forward because I will have ye of little faith.
Yeah. Yeah.
I will have a whole lot more than a little faith.
Imagine if this match goes 15, 20 minutes with a clean finish after a squash match in the very last match they had together.
No, well, Jon Moxley cannot be taken as legitimate at that point ever again.
No.
He gets put on the same pedestal as Punk, which is soft.
And you have to wonder what Tony Khan was thinking if that is what happens.
Yeah, there's gotta be.
There's two ways that this has to end. Either Punk gets squashed again, which why would you do that? Unless you're going to cut him, because there's no reason for him to be on the program anymore.
Well, that promo that he fucking cut, dude. I gotta say one thing. He cut that promo on Dynamite. And I'm not a fan of how they did it. He came out like a crybaby.
Yeah.
He looked like he was fucking crying. And then all of a sudden, Ace Steel comes out and is like, "Stop being a pussy!"
Yeah.
And drops a fuck on national television, which they didn't know was coming, so they couldn't bleep it out. I got a good chuckle out of that. He slaps CM Punk. I'm like, what are you, William Regal, motherfucker? Like, this is not how this works. Like,
and why are you out right now? Well, why are you here?
I don't understand. Like, I didn't understand the premise of the fucking thing.
But again, this goes into, like, what the fuck booking that happens in AEW. So
well, and then fucking CM Punk's like, yeah, coach, you know what? You know what? I am the best. I am the best. And you go into the crowd like Moxley, and you start, like, acting like a fucking world beater, bro.
Yeah.
Mickey Gall whooped your ass. Fuck you. That's what I gotta say, okay? You can suck my dick. CM Punk, my sucking dick motherfucker. CM Punk, best in the world.
Is there a way that they can both lose? That's what I would like to see. I'd like to see the title off of both of them.
MJF just runs in and fucking steals the belt and runs off.
While the match is going on, he just comes in, grabs the belt, takes
just
off.
Runs off.
I fucking love that. That'd be great.
Kind of like how CM Punk did on his last match in WWE when he won the title and he
actually
took off.
won the title and took off. This would be even better if he just comes in, fucking snatches it, and see you later. not even involved with the match.
Oh my god, dude. What a fucking dude, if they do that, I know where they stole it from, and I'm calling fucking TK, and me and that motherfucker are gonna have a sit-down meeting. He can invite whatever fucking wrestler he want. I ain't scared of not one of them motherfuckers. Are they gonna beat me up? Hell yes, but I don't give a fuck. I'll fight.
You'll get a few licks in.
So you like Mox Punk? What do you think?
I mean, I think Mox walks away with it. I think it's going to be a clean match. I think Mox walks away with it.
Fuck. What a waste.
Yeah.
People are going to be pissed that they spent money.
People are going to just cream themselves over Moxley. So
I like how Moxley comes out in fucking Chicago and buries CM Punk on television. And what happens? The crowd is not booing him.
That's a problem. That's a problem.
That's a giant problem. I'm glad that they responded with Punk's promo, but then Moxley comes back out and cuts a promo. Yeah. Oh, he wants to answer my challenge? Good, fuck him. I beat him in fucking 3 minutes.
Right.
I'm going to fucking smash this dude's asshole. Like, right. I'm into it.
Yeah.
All right, so that's that. So last we have Clash of the Castle. Luckily, WWE is only subjecting us to like a 5-match card. So
Beautiful.
like... Dude,
and most of it doesn't matter.
Dude, Worlds Collide and Clash at the Castle, those 2 cards combined is 1 AEW card. It's fucking crazy.
100%.
It's crazy. Anyway, Clash at the Castle, man. Well, let's you know what? Let's start at the back.
Yep.
Let's start at the back.
I'm fine with that.
Edge and Ray going up against the fucking Jonesboro Massacre. I mean, Judgment Day. Who cares?
Everybody knows what's going to happen. Judgment Day is going to win because
Dominic is going to get involved,
and
right? Because he likes the pain from Raymond Ridley. Oh God, Rhea Ripley.
Raymond Ridley.
Rhea Ripley.
I mean,
the fuck, Raymond Ridley.
Who doesn't like getting slapped around every once in a while? You know, I think we've all had that stage in our life. But
Jesus Christ,
you know, he's going through it now. It's fine. You know, you do what you got to do.
It's cool, man. He's young.
She bats for the other team, though, man. So
no, she doesn't. She's with Buddy Murphy, brother.
No, she isn't. Rhea Ripley? No, absolutely.
Oh, yeah, bro. They're together. Rhea Ripley is with Buddy Murphy.
No.
Yeah, Danny, look that shit up, bro. Rhea Ripley, Buddy Murphy. They're definitely an item, man, for sure. 100%. Oh, yeah, dude. I'm definitely not wrong.
Yeah, well, thank you, Danny. Where have I been?
Yeah. Danny.
This is like a new thing that's been confirmed?
I don't know, dude, but can you imagine what that... Dude, imagine the chops that they're laying on each other in the bedroom.
Jesus Christ.
Fuck me running.
Would hate to be her neighbor.
Oh, God.
You'll never get any sleep.
With that Australian accent, too. Oh, my God. Anyway, I need... Oh, God. Edge and Ray against Judgment Day. I mean... Does anyone care?
No one cares.
Judgment Day goes over with Dominic's help.
Dominic is apparently a part of the Judgment Day. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, done. Who cares? Nobody fucking cares about that gimmick.
Thanks for ruining that fucking stable.
Thanks for ruining Edge and making him cut his hair and shit. And he looks like a fucking asshole now. He looks like an accountant.
Well, let's make Edge a face because fucking Cody is down. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, dude.
Totally ridiculous.
Face and heel does not matter anymore.
It doesn't matter if you make Edge a face if you're going to stick him in a storyline that nobody cares about.
Right. And why did he come out with the Brood? They were like stairs in the middle of the fucking entranceway. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Makes no sense.
Okay, so anyway, let's move on to something much better. The IC title, Gunther against Sheamus. That is going to fucking be... they're gonna hurt each other.
I mean, we're talking again about a match that could steal the show.
Oh, that
right there.
I bet that's gonna steal the show.
I don't think they can take the title off of Gunther yet. How could you? But Sheamus is going to put him over huge. That's going to be just an absolute knockdown, drag out.
They're going to fight each other. Yeah, as close to a shoot fight in a wrestling match as you've seen in a long time, probably.
Sheamus' chest is going to be as red as his hair.
Dude, imagine how many chops they're going to hit in that match.
Yeah, I mean...
Between the beats of Boudron,
he's gonna literally make him bleed from the chest. It's gonna happen.
I think they might both bleed from the chest.
Yeah.
Which I'm interested in. I think that would be fascinating.
I thought that promo they had where...
where they just stood there and fucking looked at each other and everyone else was fighting around them.
Yeah. Brilliant. You know, it's so smart, but like we said, it's going to be match of the night most likely, and Gunther's going over. There's no way.
Yeah, I dig it. I can totally dig that. I don't think you can take the title off of him right now.
Build legitimacy with Gunther and with the IC title.
100%. The next match has a lot of fucking heat to it, man. Riddle and fucking Rollins. That's got some heat to it. Fucking Riddle acting a fool, fucking dropping F-bombs multiple times on television.
Yeah.
I don't know how much the fucking sponsors really enjoyed that very much. But
I don't know how, I mean, for somebody that's supposed to be relaxed and you know, just kind of go with the flow type of guy to let him drop F-bombs, I don't know how that makes...
Well, I mean, you did hear the comment about his wife and his kids divorcing him, and that's why he's not allowed to see his kids anymore.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, if somebody said that to me, it wouldn't be F-bombs coming out of my mouth. And honestly, dude, I don't know if Riddle is the guy that Seth Rollins wants to be fucking around with.
There are receipts to be had, and
it's gonna get funky, dude.
But just real quick, Rollins is able to get under the skin of every single opponent he has. It's a beautiful thing to see. His heel work is amazing.
I'm just the only issue that I have with Rollins at this juncture is the laugh is old. It's old now.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
like it's just old.
Yeah,
I dig that he's an individual and like I dig all that, but as soon as you start like random laughing, you're trying too hard.
Yeah.
Like you're trying to be menacing and like, you know, very cerebral, but it just makes you look like an asshole,
right?
Is what it
makes
does.
You look like a joke,
right? And you already are dressing up like the Joker,
right?
When you're coming out and dancing like he does, and like you're basically stole the fucking guy's gimmick.
Yeah.
So like, not cool, man.
Yeah, I think it'd be great if you just. I agree with you. If you just drop the laugh, it would be a solid, you know, character.
Yeah, and I dig how he gets under people's skin. Mm-hmm. And he's really good in the ring. He can wrestle his ass off.
Riddle has to go over, though, right?
Oh, 100%. I think that there's going to... I think the bro to sleep is going to be rather disgusting. Yeah. I think that there's going to be some El Recito attached to that. And, you know, it is what it is, man. Like, that's what the wrestling business is all about. You know, sometimes you got to get a receipt. You know what I mean?
What it is.
But I don't think Seth wants none of them in a real fight.
No.
If I'm being 100% honest, I think Riddle would warm his fucking ass in about 3 seconds. Mm-hmm. It would be all over for the guy. Mm-hmm. So, but fuck him. Who cares? I think that's going to be a banger of a match. I think that they're going to go out there and really fucking put on a show. If Gunther Sheamus doesn't steal the show, I think that is probably runner-up to steal the show because it's just going to be so violent. Like the kicks, like it's going to be gnarly. And then you know, a lot of people aren't interested in this anymore. Bianca Bliss and Asuka against Kai Sky and Bayley. I mean,
I told you it was going to happen with Bayley.
Yeah, man.
She cannot run a stable like that, a heel stable. She can't do it.
I don't think the crowd has connected with Io Sky. It's too forced.
Yeah.
Just let her be weird like she was in NXT, dude. People will get behind it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Just coming out screaming and like being crazy.
And I just don't think that Bayley is charismatic enough to lead that stable.
Ding dong.
Yeah.
Like that's not funny.
It's not. It's not funny. It's not heelish. You're like my fucking little kid. Like, get the fuck out of here, you know?
See, I like the hugging Bayley. Like,
yeah.
I think that shit works.
If she had a face stable,
yeah,
I feel like she could lead a face stable. Yeah, absolutely. I totally think that she could be the...
Bring back Emma. Let her dance.
Yeah, she could be the charismatic, bubbly personality that, like, people gravitate towards.
Right.
Which is why she has a stable. Like, that makes sense. Heel Bayley with the stable.
Nah.
Heel Bayley, fine.
Hugger Bayley with Emma doing the dance as she comes out.
Yeah.
Bop, 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 boop, 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 boop,
Yeah.
boop. Yeah. That shit would be so funny,
great.
dude. That shit would be so money with the fucking inflatable person doing the same shit that Emma's doing,
If you could
essentially.
get the inflatable person to do the arm thing.
Siphon fucking Triple H's bucket 60 G's, baby! Woo! Oh shit, I just like combined like 9 different things right there. That was fucking wild.
I don't know how you don't put Bailey's group over,
Yeah,
though.
you have to. You gotta put them over at this point. What do you think? Sasha and Naomi get fucking involved in this somehow?
I don't think so. I think they're going to bring them back for the women's tag titles.
Oh my god.
Yep.
All right. Well,
I know you don't like it as much any more than I do, but I think that's what they're bringing them back for.
dude, they're so. The thing is that they have a wealth of talent in every division.
Mm-hmm.
If they just spent a little bit of time doing a little bit in every division, they would be so much better off. Dude, they could if they wanted to, they could legitimately do a 205 live.
Mm-hmm.
And it would be very successful.
I agree with you, but
they could also do an all-women show.
You know what's going to happen with Naomi and with Sasha Banks is they're going to
they're going to come back and wrestle for the titles immediately.
They're going to say we never lost our titles.
Yeah,
you know,
we're the real champions. Blah blah blah. Yeah. Ladder match.
Maybe, yeah.
Have they done a women's tag team title ladder match
They've
yet?
done like a TLC before, right? I feel like they've done a women's TLC.
I don't remember.
They've done almost everything now. I'd be shocked if they didn't do a ladder match, a women's tag team title match.
Yeah, see, like
I don't know if there's been a tag team title.
What
match.
I'm thinking is like a women's version of Dudley Boys.
Yeah, I mean
ENC.
That'd be pretty cool, but I mean it's just not. Well, I would say it's not gonna be as brutal, but you know what? It could be as brutal.
Katana Chance and fucking Caden Carter, her doing them crazy flips on the people to the fucking outside of the ring and shit off of a ladder.
Could be really good. Yeah.
But of course, who am I? I'm just some fucking half a Momo sitting here talking with knowledge about fucking this bullshit. So, like, I don't know nothing. Clearly, we're stupid. So, fuck you. Anyway, moving on. Liv against Shayna Baszler. Unfortunately, no one cares about Liv Morgan at this point.
They really got to put it on Shayna Baszler.
Yeah, and
they won't.
And no, I think they do. I think Triple H is too big of a Shayna Baszler fan, and I think that they eventually want to do Shayna Ronda.
Well, that'd be cool.
Which is, I think, is the ultimate plan, because they can do, like, a hard-hitting... Ronda's not going to have to pull punches with Shayna.
No, absolutely not.
She can lay it in on her and, really snap on some submissions and the throws and shit that the judo throws, because Shayna's done all that shit already.
Right.
She knows those MMA throws and those fucking judo throws already.
I would definitely like to see that more than Liv continue on getting crushed by the IWC. So
it's really sad, dude, because she's really talented. Like,
and she deserved her spot, and fucking crowd fucked it up.
I really like that Oblivion finish that she has. She can do it to everybody. I think it's a fucking cool move. I fucking really dig her. I dig her as a wrestler. I think that she's extremely talented, and I think that she connects with the crowd, but only a certain demographic. To the rest of the crowd, she's fucking lame and like shouldn't have the belt. What
I can't stand is when you have other women wrestlers that when they hear the booing of Liv, they go out on like Twitter and shit, and they're like, "Oh, I can't believe that you would boo that. She deserves her due." No, fuck it. Let her stand on her own and be like, "Hey, you know what? Fuck you for booing me."
Yeah,
because you just make her look weak when you stand up for her, especially when you're eyeing that title too.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's fucking crazy. And then the main event, obviously, we all know what the main event is.
Finish.
Oh no, I don't think so. I mean, Reigns McIntyre? You think they just go fucking spot heavy and just kill each other with finishes?
I really do, because I feel like some of these matches are going to go a little bit longer, and they deserve to, and they're going to want this to be like a 10-minute, high-impact, high-intensity
Roman
match.
retains?
No.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I think McIntyre takes it in the UK,
and
Clash at the Castle.
It makes sense.
And Karrion Kross is already waiting in the wings for him.
I think what's going to come out is there's going to be some bullshit where like Paul Heyman worked in the contract that it was for one of the titles, not for both of the titles. And that way they can split the titles on the 2 shows.
Yeah, I don't think that they're going to do that, and I'll tell you why I don't think that they're going to do that, because I think Drew stays on SmackDown, and then he ends up losing to Karrion Kross afterwards, which is the Raw title, and Karrion Kross becomes the Raw champion.
I think they're going to split it at Clash of the Castle, and then
that sucks, though, because
McIntyre will go to Raw with Karrion Kross.
See, I think that sucks because Roman's a part-timer at this point. You can't have the fucking belt, bro. I don't give a fuck if it's SmackDown or not. You have to be present at every show. You have to be a fighting champion.
I just don't think they're done milking Roman for everything he's worth yet. I think they want to have one more championship match with him. Because this match was built, ended up being built pretty well. Mm-hmm. But Drew was just the number 1 contender for no reason.
Yep.
You know, so I think they're going to want definite number 1 contender, big match, not just Clash of the Castle, Survivor Series maybe drag it out all the way to Royal Rumble, maybe even WrestleMania, and he loses his last championship. And
WrestleMania, they're doing him and Rock.
Well, so you can't. They're going to want to. Well, if it was Vince McMahon, they would want a title on that. They might not need a title.
No,
on
they're
that.
not doing a title for that. Not in the Triple H era. Absolutely fucking not. He's not going. He's got. The Rock gets the opportunity to wrestle for a title. Triple H is too egotistical.
Yeah, he wouldn't allow that.
No fucking way, dude. He doesn't like The Rock as it is. He's not going to fucking give him a title shot. Fuck that. But honestly, I think what they should do is I think that they should, injure, in quotation marks, Roman, put him out until Royal Rumble. He comes out at the Royal Rumble. He gets involved in the Royal Rumble. Rock is also involved in the Royal Rumble. Rock throws him out, sets up their WrestleMania match, gives 3 months to push the WrestleMania match. Plenty of time.
I would love that. That's very smart. I don't think that's the way they're going to go.
It's stupid if they don't do that. If Roman's not going to wrestle on every show, he shouldn't be. He should just put him out until Royal Rumble, because when he comes back and you have giant guys in the Royal Rumble becomes a serious thing again. Because it's a joke to most people now. Yeah. The Royal Rumble is like not even it's not even a big 4 pay-per-view anymore. Yeah. It's a fucking joke. It's like, oh, Brock Lesnar's going to win. Well, I think that they could do some cool shit if you have Brock Lesnar, The Rock, fucking, all these guys involved in the fucking Royal Rumble, like these big names involved in the Royal Rumble, and it's for that title shot. Yeah. And I don't think The Rock should win it either. I think that Roman pulls him out. They do like a fucking Junkyard Dog. No, it wasn't Junkyard Dog. It was Refrigerator Perry did it in the WrestleMania 2. Yeah, I believe it was 2. They did the Battle Royal with the NFL players.
Oh, yeah.
And Refrigerator Perry grabbed Big John Studd and fucking pulled him over the top rope. After Big John Studd eliminated him. He told him, no, it's all right, and then grabbed his hand and pulled him over. Dude, you could do something like that, dude, where Roman just grabs Rock and pulls him over the top. There's no fucking rules in the Royal Rumble anymore. People do fucking crazy shit. Yeah. Kofi Kingston's fucking doing headstands and like fucking jumping on his hands from like different angles.
You could just attack somebody and take their spot while they're on the ramp.
See, I love that. I love when people do that. It's like a surprise, and then fucking, oh god, wow, this guy drew this number, and then all of a sudden, like with Nia Jax.
Well, Nia Jax, yeah.
I fucking love Nia Jax in the Battle Royal, dude. That was a fucking great thing, dude. And shout out to Randy Orton for doing the right thing for business. He didn't need to do that for her. But he fucking went into business for himself and fucking did the right thing. And he lost zero credibility for doing that.
Absolutely.
Because he understands the psychology of the business. You can sell a move from anybody as long as it's done in the right context. Right. That's the biggest thing. So, I mean, I think we pretty much agree. We didn't really fucking disagree on a lot of fucking things tonight.
There are a few things.
Nothing fucking wild, but I mean, we did go like almost an hour and a half.
Yeah, but I do feel like a lot of this is pretty out in the open with what's going to happen. I think a lot of this is predetermined. Well, it's all predetermined, but I feel like
geez, thank you, Doctor.
I feel like a lot of this is pretty
cut and dry about what it's going to be. Yeah,
they've shown their hand. A lot of this stuff.
It's fucking pretty spicy though, man. It's a fucking pretty spicy thing, man. This weekend is gonna be fucking something else. Let me just fucking tell you.
Fuck us, Tony Khan. Bring back MJF.
TK, you gotta do the right thing, dude. You saw the signs in the crowd this week at Dynamite. Bring back MJF. Pay MJF. All the signs are there for you, TK. Listen, bro, you got more money than Vince does. How much more is it gonna cost you to fucking sign this guy?
Just sign him.
Just do it, because he can control your ratings for the next fucking 12...
He's your guy.
15 years.
He's your company.
Dude, imagine if that kid goes to WWE and Tony Khan missed out. That's it, dude. It's all over for his company. He's fucked.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Because Moxley's going to be done in a couple of years. Danielson's going to be done soon. Jericho's going to be done soon. Like, Adam Cole's injury prone.
Like 3 months ago.
Dude, what up? They fucking fired Bobby Fish, too. They they didn't fire him. They just didn't renew his contract. So what's going to happen with Kyle O'Reilly now? Bring back Red Dragon to fucking WWE, dude. Put him with Roderick Strong. I'd be fucking interested in that. Anyway, for myself and fucking this fucking asshole over here, fucking Knowledge, this has been Pro Wrestling Summit. We are delivering you the finest in pro wrestling hot takes, some comedy mixed in. You know, the IWC fucking hates me probably, but you know what?
They can go fuck themselves.
Yeah, they can go fuck themselves. Danny penned an open letter to you. I told him he should have just said fuck you, but he didn't want to do that. He wanted to be nice and say, no, let's do it like this. I'm like, all right, fine. But I'm here to tell you, go fuck yourself, all right? The IWC can suck a whole bag of dicks.
And that's from Knowledge and Tatum.
Oh, shit, that's from the two of us. I didn't want to fucking speak on the man's behalf, but he said it too. Go fuck yourself, you dirty rats, and we'll see you next week. Peace.